Hey guys, so this presentation is on how to completely avoid the mental resistance that you have with learning online marketing so that you can bypass the whole unnecessary process of self-doubt and inaction to become an online marketer naturally. Now, one thing you might not be aware of is everybody out there has limiting beliefs, and one of the biggest holdbacks, one of the biggest roadblocks to success is actually our own self-doubt and our own second guessing nature of ourselves, because one of the biggest things that limit success, as you guys know, focus and success are very tied in together. And as if you've read any of the books by anybody who's a billionaire or very successful, the one word you will hear continually come up is focus. Focus is one of the most powerful words, but how do you focus? What is focus? What does that mean? And a lot of focus means, basically, it also means cutting yourself off from all these other options, but focus is when you have full confidence in what you're doing is going to be successful. Now, lots of people, they limit themselves by cutting themselves off from a new skill, whether that's stock trading, real estate, online marketing, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, whatever, because basically they lack the focus on it because of these self-doubting behaviors and limiting beliefs. So in this present, first I want to start with kind of two limiting beliefs that you may have that are causing you to doubt your own progress, that are causing you to doubt your own success in whatever you're going into as an entrepreneur. And no matter how and I want to make a disclaimer, no matter how, this may seem a little weird, and no matter how successful you are, you have limiting beliefs, whether that's in your relationships, whether that's in your wealth building, your business, or whether that's in just, other areas of your life, such as health. So no matter where you are in business, whether you have 100 employees, whether you have 10,000 employees, or whether you're just a lone wolf and making a ton of money a year, or whether you're somebody who is still working a day job, you have limiting beliefs. There are things holding you back from becoming the ultimate realization of who you want to be. Now, common limiting beliefs of actually anybody. I put online marketers here, but this is of anybody. But online marketers specifically are, just to give you an idea, to give you a little seedling of where to start from, is this is too hard. This is too hard for me to learn. I'm too old to learn this. This is for young people. I'm too old to learn this. Or maybe it's some variation of I'm too young to learn this. I still haven't had a successful business yet, or I'm only 16, or I'm only 17, and I don't know how to do this yet. Or maybe it's I'm not smart, some variation of I'm not smart enough. I'm not smart enough to learn this. I can't understand the technical things. I can't understand I don't know English well enough, so I can't, do this. I don't know, I don't know how to, I don't know about the people advertising these sorts of products well enough. I don't understand how to use computers well enough, or whatever. There are many variations of that. Another one is, who am I? Who am I to, make this work? I'm not a good enough person. Who am I to make this work? Another limiting belief is I'm just too busy. This takes too much time. I don't have enough time in the day between my wife and my kids and my, my job and my friends and my, hobbies and sleeping, and, I just don't have enough time to make this work. Another one is I don't have the money. I don't have the money to make this work. This is going to cost too much money. I don't have that money. The money isn't there. I can't find the money. Nobody will give me the money, the credit card, whatever. It's some variation of I don't have the money to make this work. And, another variation, another limiting belief towards online marketers or anybody is this could never work for me. Maybe this worked for John, maybe this worked for this other, all of John's students who have made this successful. Maybe this has worked for all those people, but this could never work for me. So write down, what I want you to do is write down with a pen, write down 2 limiting beliefs that you have right now. I'll give you a second to write down those 2 limiting beliefs. But and I'll do this. I'll do this with you. For let's say. Did you write your 2 beliefs down? Now pause the recording if you haven't. Now what I want you to do, and this may seem a little weird for some of you guys, but trust me on this. Just let me be your teacher. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Now, think about the 2 limiting beliefs you've had that have held you back in business and perhaps personally. Now, if you want to do this the correct way, think about one of them at a time and redo this lesson twice, each one with a specific limiting belief that you have in mind. So think about that first limiting belief that you've had in business, or if you wrote down a personal one, think about that. Now, how much do these beliefs weigh on your life? What are you losing or missing out on because of these beliefs? Feel it. How are these beliefs costing you financially? How are holding on to these beliefs, how are they affecting your finances? Do these beliefs affect your ability to take risks, to make investments, to simply go for it in business, whatever you may be doing, launching campaigns, advertising on ad networks, finding a business partner, etc.? How are these beliefs affecting your self-esteem? How are these beliefs affecting your ability to think about yourself as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as an online marketer? How are these beliefs affecting your self-confidence? Does it create doubt or strength to have these beliefs? How do you feel about yourself when you live by these beliefs? Do you feel more powerful or weaker? How do these beliefs affect your energy levels on a daily basis? Do they create energy, or are these beliefs you have sucking energy away? What do you think of when you think of yourself living by these beliefs? What do you think of? What do you say to yourself when you look in the mirror and you realize you've allowed these beliefs to control you? Say it to yourself. See it. How does your face look when you think about living with these beliefs and the weight of them pulling you down? Feel how it feels. How does your face look when you think about living with these beliefs and the weight of them pulling you down? What type of role model are you for your children, if you have children, or just anybody? Friends, family? How does this affect you spiritually? Your relationship with whomever you believe in. Think of all of the costs emotionally, physically, socially, spiritually that holding these beliefs has had on you. Now, take the weight of all these limitations weighing on you, all of the things you're missing out on, and I want you to pull yourself into the future. And as you step into the future, I want you to go 5 years into the future. And I want you to drag with you all of the limiting feelings, experiences, and beliefs, and limitations that these beliefs will create for you. 5 years into the future, what are these beliefs doing to you? Stacking one on top of the other like a giant snowball, getting bigger and bigger, pushing you further down. I want you to step into the future 5 years and with you bring all of the things you've missed out on, all of the pain, all of the frustration, all the anger that these beliefs have generated through time. All of the things you've given up on. Bring all of that with you. Drag it with you now. 5 years into the future so you can actually feel yourself going 5 years in the future. As you arrive 5 years in the future, I want you to actually feel yourself going 5 years into the future. Visualize yourself in that mirror. If you're not good at visualization, feel as if you're looking into the mirror or talk to yourself about these things. As you come to the mirror, take a look at your face. How do you look 5 years from now, having had to live with all of these limiting beliefs not changed at all? What's the price you paid? Do you look younger or older? More alive or less alive? More energized or less energized? Think about it, feel it, actually be there. What's been the price in your self-esteem? How do you feel about yourself having lived for 5 years with these limiting beliefs and not changing them? What's been the cost to you? What do you look like physically? Did it cause you to gain weight because you didn't like the way you felt, so you had to distract yourself through food? Or maybe you smoke or drink? What happened to your physical energy or flexibility? What has it done to you in business or your career? What have you missed out on in business because you've had these limiting beliefs? What has it cost you? What has been the price on these beliefs? Feel it. Don't just think it. Imagine if you had paid this price for 5 long years. 5 years. 5 years of giving up your power. What has been the price in relationships? Are there any relationships you no longer are in because of this? What does this cost you in the emotional connection with the people you care about? Family, friends. What does it cost you financially? What are the things that you didn't do that you should have done, but you didn't because of the fears you have because of these beliefs? What's been the cost in your whole life? What do you say to yourself when you see yourself 5 years from now in the future with these limiting beliefs controlling your life? Feel it. Now step into the future 10 years from now. Drag 10 years of disappointment with you. 10 years of limitations caused by these beliefs. All the things you've missed out on coming with you. 10 years in the future. Now look in the future and notice how you feel. If you look older or younger, more alive or less alive. Does your body feel heavier or lighter? Do you feel stronger or weaker? What do you say to yourself after you've been living this way with these limiting beliefs for a decade, 10 years? What did you give up? What did you give up on emotionally? How much frustration did you experience because of 10 years of these beliefs? What things were you afraid of? How many things did you not do? How many things did you give up on? How much did you pay? How much pain did you experience because of these lousy little beliefs? What's been the cost for you in your relationships now? Have you given up on getting that level of passion that you know you deserved back then? Who's in your life? Who's left it? How do your friends think of you? How do you think of yourself? What's happened to you spiritually? What's happened to you physically? What's happened to you financially and emotionally? What's been the price of these beliefs? Feel it. Feel the pain and make it real for yourself. Now step 20 years in the future and drag all the pain with you. 2 decades, all the way. And feel all of the things you've missed out on for 20 years, culminating on your back. Feel it. Feel all of the things you gave up on, all of the things you missed out on, all of the pain you've experienced because of these limiting beliefs. Look in the mirror and notice what your face looks like, what your body looks like. Are you healthy or not? Are you fatter? Does your skin look more wrinkled? Do you feel lighter or heavier? Stronger or weaker? More alive or less alive? More excited or totally depressed and disappointed? Where are you? What's happened to you? What price did you pay for these lousy little beliefs? What did it cost you in your relationships? What did it cost you in your career, in your business? What didn't you do because of these beliefs? What didn't you try? What didn't you go for? What has it cost you physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially? What has it cost your family life? What do you say to yourself after living 20 years living this way with these limiting beliefs? Was it worth it? Feel the pain and make it real. See all of the prices you've paid, all the things you've given up on, all of the things you've missed out on in your life. How do you feel about your life if you've lived this way for 20 years? And decide if you're willing to live this way. Are you willing to have this be your destiny? Now, if this is painful enough that you are absolutely committed to never living this way again, your brain will change your beliefs. If not, you must keep working on this. Do whatever it takes. Ask yourself these questions and feel the pain. If you're committed to never having this happen in your life, know that this is only the shadow of the future, and this can be changed by changing your beliefs. Now, what I want you to do is open your eyes and cross out those 2 limiting beliefs you wrote down on a pad of paper, and write down your new empowering beliefs. Let them come to you. Again, cross out those 2 limiting beliefs that you just wrote down and write down your new empowering beliefs so that the shadow of the future that you just imagined doesn't come to pass. Now go through this training as often as you need to make sure you internalize your new, more powerful beliefs. Again, go through this training as often as you need to make sure you internalize your new empowering beliefs. Don't let those lousy little limiting beliefs cause you to doubt yourself and lose focus. Don't let those lousy limiting beliefs cause you to struggle and go at this business with anything less than 100% full confidence. Now, this script is a modified script. This exercise is an exercise that I do with many other people. One of my greatest teachers is Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins does, if this is something you resonate with, feel free to go to sign up for one of Tony Robbins's live events. He does about, I think, 4 or 5 live events around the world each year, called Unleash the Power Within. I'm always sitting right up in the front row, and and many other marketers are along there with me, as well as very successful multi-millionaires and sometimes even billionaires. So hope that helps, and let me know if you got anything from this exercise. And if you can, write down write down in the comments area. I'd love to hear what your limiting beliefs are. Write down in the comments area what your limiting beliefs are, or what your limiting beliefs were, and what your new empowering beliefs are, because this means a lot to me. And make sure you write down in the comments what your old, if you're willing to share, what your old limiting beliefs